Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
That moment when you realize your skincare is actually working. That's Rodan and Fields, the #1 female dermatologist-founded skincare brand in the U.S. Designed by 2 dermatologists who don't just know women's skin, they know how to formulate for it. Rodan and Fields, love what you see. Tap the banner or visit rodanandfields.com/Spotify to get your exclusive welcome offer.
Welcome to Dark Minds, Shattered Lives, where we expose predators, dive into the minds of evildoers, and help you and your loved ones avoid them. I'm your host, Deborah Dobbs. I'm an author and victim advocate with a reputation for rattling cages. So I'm tired now, like, gonna just warn you, I'm really tired. But, and part of the reason why I'm tired, and I haven't had any new podcasts published lately, is another topic that I'm going to do some episodes about, 1 or more episodes about, is this ongoing saga in my neighborhood with a neighbor who several of us are trying to protect and take care of. And so the topic is, duty to report. And I will be getting into that, but that has occupied, we have somebody in the neighborhood, a grown man who has intellectual disabilities, not enough where he can't take care of things. He stays home alone a lot while his caretaker, giant air quotes, Chris Farley style, air quotes, his caretaker is supposedly supposed to take care of him. So we noticed some things that were rubbing us the wrong way. They didn't seem right. And then the duty to report kicked in. In some states, duty to report, if you fail to report, it's actually a crime. And that's how Texas is. I'm in Texas. But Adult Protective Services doesn't have the best reputation. Sorry, guys, you don't. And it probably comes down to funding, which comes down to priorities that we have. So that's another tangent or rant or whatever. But that has occupied that situation, and the heartbreak and the advocating we've done for this young man has taken every minute, like every spare moment we have. Some neighbors and I, especially one, to help this person. And it's heartbreaking. So when I got a call today from a detective in Dallas PD, which even though I work in victim advocacy, I'm still working and leading a nonprofit that serves victims of crime. When you get a call from a detective, I'm like, what happened? Well, it was actually really good news. And that is why, despite being tired and weary and frustrated, I had to share this good news with you. And before I jump into it, because it involves trafficking, and if you guys have been listening for a while, or if you've gone back and listened, I had a guy named Joseph Scaramucci on, and it was my one of the first episodes, I think the second and third, I don't know, I think we had 3 episodes together, and I had no idea. I still don't know what I'm doing. I mean, podcasting, man, it's a lot harder than I thought. So I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew Joe did. And so I asked him to come on and be a guest and talk to me about illicit massage parlors, which people, it's like they look at these things, they're just prostitutes. They are not prostitutes. And if you don't understand the dynamics of an illicit massage business, which is really organized crime, you can listen to those episodes. But in order to appreciate what I'm going to tell you, I'm going to bring in some clips from that previous episode, especially if you haven't heard it. And so the rest of this is going to make sense. But super quick, I just want you to hear in Joe's own words, this is very quick, what he had to say about Dallas Vice.
Yeah,
Dallas PD.
Yeah, Dallas PD actually has my favorite Vice unit in the country. They're awesome. They really are awesome.
Okay.
And their methods for targeting trafficking, I'm not going to say where they might have undergone training initially, but they're very effective at shutting down the INBs. They take a financial approach to it. They take an organized crime approach to it. And they actually do a very, very good job.
And do they work with the NGOs for the victims?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal, it really is a phenomenal Vice unit with that agency there.
So that's important because one of the businesses that I was suspicious of, it was a massage business that just had some of the, the warning signs that it wasn't legit. It was located next to one of my family's favorite restaurants. It's been around for like 20 years or more, probably more than 20 years. So Joe and I get online. He's taught me how to go online and look at reviews. You just put the phone number in of the place that you're kind of suspicious of. And so what you're going to see next is what popped up in the review for this place. It's adult content. It's not pleasant. I've edited a lot out. This is just a snippet of that episode, but it sets the context and kind of will help you understand why I took the steps I did next. So here's that clip. There's your windows covered.
Yep.
The bottom half looks like it's open, but the day I was there, I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see
that
anything.
might be reflective.
Okay.
There you
that's
go.
A long...
Yeah, so what he's saying on there in translation is the massage was obviously okay. It was a 6 of 10. When he flipped over onto his back, she offered he got oral sex from her. Massage. So he paid $200 for oral sex with her, and then he goes on to obviously discuss her body.
It's like she's not human. She's just a product.
Yeah, it really that's the sad part about it is 100% product. It's like leaving a review for something you buy on Amazon.
Oh, gross. Gross. Yep. Okay, not full service, but great massage. I like the way. Oh, if you're willing to drop $200, they provide full service.
Yeah, so full service would be $100, of course.
And this guy says, the original one, if I didn't have my student loans, I'd take her up on it, LOL. She did offer me her number, but I wasn't. It's like he really thinks this is a mutual. That's gross. Okay, so do you have any question about this place now?
No, not at all. No, that's very apparent what's going on there.
Okay, so that's next to my favorite restaurant where I was taking my little girl. So the other stuff Joe and I talked about in that episode was how regular people like you and me can kind of vet some of these massage businesses. And, this one really bugged me because I have learned from Joe in the past. That's why I brought him on and to share his expertise with you. And all you got to do is Google the phone number of a place that you suspect. But it looks fishy, and he tells you why. It's like if the windows are covered and you can't see inside the massage place, that's a red flag, because legitimate places like Massage Envy, I don't know a lot of chains for massages, but I know Massage Envy is really big around here. And when you look at a Massage Envy, you can see the lobby. It's not, the windows are not covered with stock photos. Massage Envy isn't open at 11 o'clock at night or 2 in the morning, the quickest thing you can see is the window coverings. Then you look at like the clientele, if you have time. And if you don't have time, you just say, this place looks shady. I can't see in the lobby. And then you can go online, you get the phone number of the place, and you Google the phone number. And this is what I didn't realize it was so easy. You Google the phone number, and then you look at the reviews. And Joseph will tell you, if you see a lot of reviews, and they're just from men, that's a clue. It doesn't mean it's a trafficking operation, but it's a clue. If you see that like the reviews from women are bad, you'll see like a 1-star review from a woman. It's like, I don't know why my husband goes here once a week. This place sucks. It was the worst massage I ever got. And these people weren't even friendly. It was weird. There's a clue. One review I saw was, I got a certificate to this place for my mom, and it was just really uncomfortable. It was terrible. These are clues. If you see only male clientele going, obviously that's kind of another clue. But the easiest thing is the windows, and then you can Google the phone number and look at the reviews, which is what we did with the site. You just saw a clip from that. So the next step I took was to call Dallas Police Vice Squad. I'm going to be honest with you. Over the years, I have just lowered my expectations. Okay, just lowered them, because I live in Allen, Texas, and those of you who know me well will know that I'm also a writer. I have a couple novels out, and one is called The Psychotic Son. The Psychotic Son, it's a fast read. It's apparently rather disturbing. I've had like mostly men in, very capable men in law enforcement, those type of guys, just say, that book scared the shit out of me. So it's very realistic about a psychopath. And an apathetic police department, inspired by real events with the Allen Police Department. And this current case we're dealing with is also Allen Police Department. So, and Doug Deaton's been on, and you just talk about how you got a lot on your plate as a detective. You don't want anything else on your plate. And so if there's a reason to not investigate something, a lot of detectives are going to seize that and just say, God, okay, it's just less work. I got enough cases. I don't want to deal with this anymore. And from the other side, it feels like victims and people like me, it's like we're not even human. It's almost like we're just a task or a burden. So when I called Dallas Police, even though Joseph raved about them, I had, just out of habit, I have very low expectations. So I reached this lady named Jackie. And I could tell when I was talking to Jackie, like, they're not going to blow this off. She was taking information. And obviously they can't not tell you if they decide to investigate, they're not going to tell you. They can't. Okay. So I didn't know, but I had confidence they were going to take it seriously. There was just something about the way I talked to her. When I called, for instance, I think you guys might remember me telling you this. I called the first contact I made about my concerns, and I have a duty to report, that we all do, about the neighbor that I think he's being neglected and abused. The detective that I reached, the first thing he started doing was almost arguing with me about where I lived. Are you sure that's Alan? Because I think that might be Parker. I think he might, I don't know where I live, man. And so that started off on the wrong foot. And I have a circle of law enforcement people around me, and they're like, you can tell right then he don't want to take the case. It's obvious. He doesn't want to be bothered by it. And so that's how that started. So when I get on the phone with Jackie in Dallas Vice, and the way she's talking, she's not hurrying me. She's talking about what they do. I said, hey, Joseph Scaramucci raves about you guys. And I hoped maybe that would get her to take me seriously. But she was already doing it. I didn't have to do that. Anyway, so after that, I knew, okay, this place might already be on the radar. I don't know. this was months ago. I went to my favorite restaurant, that is La Vendue. If you live in the Dallas area and you like traditional French cuisine that's in a not snotty atmosphere, it's been described by like some French friends said it's like what your grandma would cook. It's like comfort food. A lot of it is comfort food. La Vendue Bistro on Preston Road is your place. Unfortunately, some scumbags, traffickers, opened up a massage business, illicit massage business, a trafficking operation next door, and I knew it. I went there Easter. They're still open. That was disappointing. I had a hard time going to the restaurant knowing what was happening on the other side of the wall. I get a call today from a detective. I'm not going to say his name. I know he doesn't use his name because he's undercover, but I don't know why I don't want to say his name, and he didn't say it was okay. But he's like, hey, I just want to let you know we've handled that. It's not there anymore. So shout out to, I want to cry because it's been such a frustrating few weeks, really months, with this situation in my neighborhood and the apparent apathy that I sense from the law enforcement in my community. And so when I tell you about like something good happening, I'm like gonna cry. I'm so happy and so relieved, and I'm also so damn tired and sleep deprived. So I can't even believe I'm trying to do this podcast. I'm a newbie. I'm not like somebody who's been doing this a long time, is all comfortable. I have 50 followers on YouTube now, and that's why I'm doing video. But it's watered down, but I got my Black Barrel, my favorite Jameson whiskey, a guy named Brian Eastridge and his wife that we call White Girl. That White Girl sent a bottle to me after I had a book published. I don't even know if that's what it was for, but I love this. It's like my favorite whiskey right now. So toast. I want to toast. If anybody else has a cocktail or a mocktail or whatever, I want to toast the Dallas Vice for really caring and doing a hell of a job. Thank you. It turns out this was a network of like multiple organized crime operations. And so this was a huge case. And it was just kind of like these things start getting, you look into one and then you see others and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it just turned into a big deal, and they did it. And so thank you. And here's to you guys. Well done. So for those of you that think that I'm always like coming down on police, and sometimes I think that might come across that way because, yes, I do have a lot of disappointment. But, man, y'all came through. You came through. So thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you for listening to Dark Minds, Shattered Lives. I'm Deborah Dobbs, and until next time, trust your gut and know your exits.